Those who have joined, at least type something in chat so that I can read your messages. We will start in a minute or so. So till then, let's chat there in the chat section. Type hello, everyone. Good afternoon. So before starting, I would like to know, like, this will take a minute or so. Um, this session is about the commands that we use in our day-to-day life in Linux world. And so, if you are joining this session for job perspective, then please type like for job. And if you're just joining this session for information or for education or for knowledge, then type knowledge in the chat section. Okay. My voice is pretty clear. Any issues like video lag or voice lag, let me know in the chat section. If not, then I will continue. Good afternoon. Am I audible? Everything is fine? Good. We'll continue. So, starting with the first command. Um, Let me open the sheet here. I have made one document so that I can go through that and tell you and teach you the commands which I have like listed, which are most useful and which will help you. Post this session, if you like want, we can provide that document to you as well. Our team will be providing an online support number in the chat section. Just save that and message, and we'll help you with the document as well. So starting with the today's session, the first command is cat. cat. What is this command used for? This command is basically a very simple command which is used to create files in Linux or Unix. Unix or Linux. So I'll show you how it works. Suppose I want to create a file with like this is the cat command, and if you want to create a file with this command, just use the insertion operator and like my first file, and you can give any extension you want. If you don't want, you can avoid giving it any extension. Yes, if you have any doubt, please use chat section. Thank you. And then once you press the enter, see my terminal is gone and I need to write something. I am into another space. Like see, uh, I cannot use this terminal to fire any other command. I am into the cat terminal now. So this terminal you can use what information, what content you want in your file. This is my file name, which I want to make with the help of this command. So like I will write this is my file I am making by cat command. Okay, and if you want, you can enter multiple lines or multiple contents like hello all 2v2 classes. And once you're done, you can press Control and Control plus D. Once you do Control plus D, you will coming out of this cat terminal, and see the terminal is free now. So I want to check if this file is made or not. See, this file is made. If you want to see what is inside this file, the content should be these two lines which I typed, right? But if you want to cross check, then you can use the same command cat and then space and the file name, my first line file or paste. See, and so till now we have seen two uses of cat to make a file, and I'll open another terminal. And I'll write it down what we are learning. Right? The first command is cat. The first use was to make a file, and the second use is to display content of file. That's it. And there's also a third use. If you want to append some more content to your existing file, then also you can use append means add more contents to an existing file. Good afternoon, Madhav Yadav. Existing file. So first two scenarios we already saw. I'll show you the third one. So there is this third file, means file name as cat my first file.txt. So if you want to add some more lines into it, then you need to use double insertion. It is known as append in Linux. Once you type enter, then adding more lines to this file by cat command and append operators. That's it for all. Okay. Then I'll press Ctrl plus D to come out. Let's see. The file is there. As you can see, the contents, it was of size was 73 KB. Now it is of 170 KB, means the contents are already added. How to view the contents of this file? Can you guys type in the chat section? If I want to see if the contents are already added, use the chat box. I'm waiting. Okay, I'll tell you. So you can use the cat command the same way I used. See, these lines are added, and these were the first time we added, and these were the second time. So this was about the cat command. We'll move ahead to our second command. Our second command is calendar command. It is used to print calendar. To print calendar of current month. You can use it to print calendar for current year as well. I'll show you right now. See, if you type cal in Linux or any Unix machine, then it will show you the current month calendar. Current month is May 2021, and see, the calendar is visible. But if you want to see the calendar of a particular entire year, then cal 2021. See, all 12 months are displayed. But if you want to see calendar for particular year, not just the current one, then type the year you want. Like I want to check 1991, then that's okay. Here it is how you see. But if you want to see a calendar for a particular month for a particular year, like say January of 1991, then use this way. January means 01 and 1991. See, this is how it works. So these were the three: current month, current year, and you can also use specific month of a specific year. Current specific. So that's it. That's it for the cal command, and we will like moving ahead towards the next command, which is calculator command, which is known by B and C. So it's very interesting. Uh, Suppose you want to add 20 and 30. I know it's 50. 20 plus 30, it's 50. So you can do that in Linux by like type B and C, then enter. So you're into the calculator part, and then 20 and then plus, sorry, 20 and then plus and then 30. See, the answer is 50. Suppose I want to like 40 into 2, 80. Anything, the arithmetic operation you want, you can do. And then for come out of like to come out of this calculator session you were in by typing BC, you can type quit, right? uh, this is the one way, but I don't like to go inside that terminal and then come out again. It's So there is also another way I'll show you. Type echo means display. What you want to do, you just display it. I want to do 20 and then plus and then 30, okay, and then just pipe operator and then easy, it will just display the answer. See, if you want to do 40 and star and 2, it will not work. I'll tell you why. Because this star is an special character and it has special meaning. So to avoid its special meaning, we need to backslash it. Just I'm doing it. You can see. See, it's 80. So this was about the BC command. Okay. BC command. What do you understand by this? Just type in the chat box why and what function does BC command in Linux do? Calculator. You will get this command in Linux or any Unix machine you are working with. And we'll move ahead to our next command, which is df. Df command in Linux is quite easy and handy. Uh, it stands for this system. Suppose you are using this machine like I am using, and you want to see how many mount points are there. Mount point means the partitions in this machine and the space allocation and the memory which is used and the total memory which you have. So you can have an foreground picture of how many space or how many movies or how many notes or how many videos you can download in this machine. So it's very good to have that information before in hand, right? So this is a very helpful command in that scenario. Like type P and F, and then see, you will get the usage. I am having 3 mount points and their percentage, like it is 9% used, 1% and 11%. So this information is KB, and if you use -H option means human readable format. So it will give you in human readable format like in GB. So the first partition is 26 GB, then it's 996 MB, then 291 MB. Out of this, 2.2 GB is used. 22 GB is free. So this gives you an overview about your own system, about the memory space you have, right? So this was about DF. And the next command is help. Help command is quite simple. Like in the starting we saw cat command, right? Cat command is used to display the content of file, right? So in any case or by chance if you forget what this cat command do, then you can type help and then cat. It's an intrinsic command, it will not do anything. helpman. Okay. Suppose I'll tell you one more command before going to help. The cd. Cd command stands for change directory. And before going to cd, there's one more command which are interrelated. So pwd, present working directory. So if you do pwd on any session or any terminal, it will give you an idea where you are standing right now. So okay, I'm just reading the comments. So let me finish. I'll repeat that what Keith Key Tamne is saying. So let me finish this. PWD stands for present working directory. If you execute this, you will see where you are standing right now. Home and then bin bash. If I go to cd slash, I'm into slash directory right now, which is root directory. Then it must be showing the path where I'm standing right now. If I go to tmp, then I'm into slash tab. It will show the path where you are. So it basically shows where you are standing right now, and it's helpful to know where you are, because the files you are accessing, you will get to there only. So if you type cd and without any argument, you will go to your home directory, and I'm a bin bash user, so my home directory is slash home slash bin bash. See, pwd. So currently I'm into slash home slash bin bash, and if I want to go to this directory slash home, then press cd to change directory, then slash home. You can see I'm there. Wait a minute. Okay, so this was about cd and pwd. Okay, so you guys got to know about pwd, cd, and then we are about to discuss the help command. Suppose in any case, if any command in Linux you are not aware and you want to get more information about that command, then you can type help cd. See, then it will give you the details of that command, how that command is used, what is the arguments, and what are the written codes, and what are the options like. So help command is used to get more information about intrinsic commands. So basically there are two types of commands in Linux, intrinsic and extrinsic. So I'll get into that later. So for now you just understand help will give you more details about intrinsic command, and cd is one of the intrinsic command. Okay, so let's get to the doubt, which I guess Sandesh, maybe your internet connection is not good, so that's the reason you are unable to see. You can try. Okay, so upon the student's request, I am repeating one part. Ketki to is like posted in the chat. She wanted to repeat that part, so I'll repeat it for her. So if you want to do multiplication of 20 into 40, echo 20 into 40, and I need to give pipe operator and then BC, which is the calculator command in Linux. So this command will not work because the Linux does not know you want to do multiplication, because this asterisk operator stands for multiplication operator, but it also have special meanings in Linux. So there are some symbols which have multiple meanings, two meanings. Like this command has wildcard meaning and multiplication. So Linux will get confused what you actually wanted to do. So so the special meaning is the wildcard and the normal meaning is the arithmetic operator. So if you want to use it as an arithmetic operator, you want to hide its special meaning. So you can do that by I'll write it here, backslashing. You can Google this word. It's in Linux. Backslashing is used to hide special meaning of some symbols and operators. So I'll do that. For backslashing, what you need to do, you need to just use backslash in front of your special command or operator. So I'll do that. See, this is the backslash. So it works. I hope this clears your doubt, Ketki. If it, then please type on the chat box. Let's move ahead. Help is done pwd. Oh, backslashing. I'll write it down. It will hide the special meaning of the special character asterisk and also it can be used as multiplication operator. That's it. It's so simple. So my favorite command now, which I already used in the session, but I don't think so you must have noticed, the ls command. It is used it can be used in Linux, Unix, or any CMD machines like Fedora, Ubuntu, Solaris, Red Hat, Kali Linux. Okay. Good. Kunal sir is helping students to get a proper video quality. So ls. So see, we are at our home directory. You know about the pwd command. So I'm into this bin bash directory, and if you are into some directory, you would like to know what files and folders are present there. So to get that information, you need to use this ls command. If you do this ls command, see, it gives me the contents in one lines. So this is shortlisted. This is, and you can do long listing as well with the help of same command ls, but with the ls I will use one argument which is hyphen l. You see, this is long listing. This is much about this command, but I'll go into advanced into 3 step. Like if you want to do long listing with in a sorted order, like if you want to see which files were created last and accessed last, and you want to sort these files according to this order, right? This is the timestamp 154. Like my first file, it was created on 139. Then you can use ls hyphen l, then use t. T means timestamp. In that particular column order, this list will be sorted. You see, the file which I accessed last is on the top. But if you want this sorted list in reverse order, then R means reverse, ls hyphen ltr. You see, the file which is accessed last means latestly, it comes to the bottom. You can use ltr or lrt, anything like rtl, everything will work. I use lrt, that's okay. So ls hyphen lrt, what this to long listing sorted timestamp order timestamp reversal. That's okay. Okay, so there is one more command, factor. Factor say 20. So it will give you uh, the prime factor. This is for the factor command. You should have a good means mathematical knowledge. Like you need to provide a prime number, and it will gives it factor to you like 2 to 5. And if you give 400, then it will gives the factor for like 400. Like if you multiply this number, you'll get this. Okay, and if you give an 13, it does not have any factor, so it will give itself as an factor of itself. So that's it about this command. It's quite simple, so I'll just write it down. It will help to those who are writing any script or working on mathematical domain. Okay. Hmm. So I'm just typing these commands on a Linux machine. But how come I can cross check if this is really a Linux machine or Unix machine or Kali Linux or something like that? So there is one command which will give you that info, like uname. If you type uname, it will give you the OS name. See, Linux. If it is Unix, it will give you Unix. If it is AX or HP Unix, Solaris, it will give that name as an output. So uname gives the OS name, and if used with hyphen a, gives more details about the OS, like the patch and the bit version. I'll show you. Uname hyphen a. So this is my Linux operating system. This is my host name, and this is the version of the kernel, and this is timestamp. PDT means it's the New York timestamp. You can Indian timestamp or time zone is IST. I can change that, but I don't really need much that to work. So that's okay. If any of the timestamp, I'm okay. See, the current year is showing us 2010 because I did not set the time correctly. That's okay. And this x8664 means it is in 64-bit OS. If it was 32-bit version OS, then it must have shown 32. That's okay. And GNU Linux means this is a Linux OS with GNU Foundation. So this is a command which will help you to get the details about the OS on which you are currently working. Hmm. Okay, what's the next command? Let me check the chat 1 second. Okay, no more issues. So next is ping, and then next is Mkdr. I'll write it down so that it will save our time. Who and then free. Okay. Here. So one more command. I'll just write down anything random things here in my screen. See, the screen does not look good of mine, so I would like to clear this screen. So to clear this screen, there is a command in Linux known as clear. CLEA. See, it will clear my screen. So this is about the clear. And the ping command. Ping command means packet interchange, network grouping, and something like that. It's in full form. It is a network basic command used in networking. So if you want to like check there is a machine in your network, and if you want to check if there is a connectivity between that machine and your machine, then you can ping. Suppose I want to check the communication with this machine. Wait a minute, what is my host name? There is a typo. Hmm. Okay. I'll try the IP address 192.168.6. That's what. See, if this is the IP address of any machine near to me, you can use any IP address you want to check and just type in. So see, it will show you like it is a never-ending command. It will just go and go and go. 64 bytes. It will send to this machine and it will show you the time like 0.025 millisecond it took to send 64 bytes of data. Means the communication is possible. Those my machine and this machine are in network. Actually, this is my ID, so I am communicable to myself. That's okay. You can use any other machine IP which you want to communicate or you want to connect. But if you want to come out of this command, then plus control plus C. See, it shows me there is an at the end. It shows me the details. See, 32 packets transmitted, 32 received. Means how much packet I transmitted. The same amount of packets I received, and then 0% loss. Means there must be some loss, but here in this case it is not because it's just a demo. But in real life scenario there must be 10%, 5% loss. That's okay. But if the loss is like 60, 80, 90%, then there is something you need to look, or you can involve network engineer. And this is the time in milliseconds, and this is approximately seconds you can convert. That's okay. So um, if you want to use the same command and if you want to send a particular number of packets, like I want to send only 4 packets, then hyphen C4. See, it only sent 4 packets. Any doubts so far? You can type in the chat box. Everybody's so quiet. Mhm. I can see the names Prem, Bhuvanesh, Sandesh, Ketki. Type in the chat box if you have any issues. If no issues, then type all good. By the time I'll move it. Clear is done. Ping is done. Okay. What is the next command? Next command is Mkdir. See, I'm into. Let me clear my screen. I'm into my home directory, and I would like to see what are the contents here. See, the contents in blue here are directories, and the black are are files. Um, so if you want to create a new directory, how will you do it in Linux? So to create a directory in Linux, there is a command known as mkdir, and let's say live session. I want to create a directory with this name, Mkdr live session, and you can see it will be created. See, everybody can see, right? Type yes if you can see this live session with the directory name you see, and that's it. You created a new directory with this command. That's very simple. But that's not all about this command to make directory in Linux. It has a special secret use as well, which has been asked in interview sessions or questions while you're going to job for Linux support job. Like, I'll tell you that question. How will you create a directory inside directory recursively with one single command in Linux? Like, I want to create a directory name as V2V, inside that live session, inside that YouTube, inside that today. So I'll show you Mkdir V2V live, inside that session, inside that today. These are total 4 directories I am trying to create, means we are trying to create one inside another recursively in a nested manner. Let's say if it works, it will work. What you will say, guys? Will it work? Will this command? Type in the chat box. What do you think? Uh, I'll break the suspense here. It will not work. See it not work. To work, to create directories in a recursive manner, you need to use an argument which is hyphen p, right? All right. To make directory in recursive. What do you mean by recursive? One inside another. See, it is created. If you want to display this, capital R will display the contents of this folder recursively. See, V2V has a directory live has a directory session has a directory today, and this has been created. So that's it about the make directory command. And there is a command who commands who commands gives you the information about the users logged in your machine. See, this is my machine which is not in network right now, but in case suppose this was a machine which was in network, and imagine you guys are also connected to this machine and you are logged in remotely at your home and I am logged in remotely by my home. So if you want to check at a time like how many members, how many users are logged in into Linux machine, you can use this command who, and it will show bin bash or frame or kth key and the terminal id and the date and timestamp by like from time they were logged in. So this will give you an over idea whoever is logged in your machine. So this is an important command who. So what does this who gives you currently okay, there is one command free command in Linux is used to uh, get the information about your RAM. See, my RAM is about free-h. Will it work? No. So free commands gives you the output in KB. My total RAM is something 2 point something GB or 2 GB. Out of that, this much amount of RAM is used, and this much amount of RAM is free. And this is my swap space. We'll get into that later. So this will give you an idea how much load is in your machine right now, right? So what does this be used for? It is a live scenario. Okay. So if you want to check if there are questions like how will you check current memory usage. Then to actually check RAM usage, you can use free. But I want to check how which script is creating noise in my machine. Then you can use top command. Top. So when you execute top, you will see this kind of screen. It will show you the CPU details here. It will show you memory details. It will show you swap details. If you concentratedly look at this CPU line, it will show 4% is utilized, 0. By users, 0.3% by system, right? And this is the details. And here in the user section, right here, it will show there is a user root process which ID is 2044, and the command is xorg, and it is using 1.9% of my memory. And let's say if some user or some process is utilizing 60% of your memory, then you can go ahead and take action on that process. So to take an action as an admin, you must be aware what process from which user is creating and chaos in your machine, right? So this command is totally and like blessed to you. So just use it. If you need any overview about your machine, like top and free, these two commands are very good. Uh, Banarico. So next command is echo. It is used to display. You can say strings or like text. Okay, to come out of this top, you need to press Control and C. Say I'm out of that screen. So to like if you want to display hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Comma welcome. So with V classes, then this will display the string. Hello, how are you? Welcome to V classes. 1 minute. Apologies for the delay. So this echo command will display the string which you want to display, and it has much more to than just displaying the strings, right? So just now, for now, you can just grasp this info. It is used to display strings and text. Okay. And the next command is groups. In Linux, there is a concept like users and groups. So I'll okay. If you want to see currently from which user you're logged in, you can type who am I. I am currently logged in through bin bash user, right? Or there is one more command ID. If you type ID, it will show you your username. This is my username and my user ID in digits. And this is my group name and this is my group ID, right? So these are the two commands, who am I ID, who am I and ID, which will give you the information of currently logged in user. Right? So and if you want to, like, see, I am an bin batch user currently logged into this machine. So if you want to check to how many groups I belong, so there is one more command, groups. Then see, bin bash. There are possibilities I may belong to more than one group, but currently I'm not. So it will display only one group. So suppose there are multiple groups like V2V and shell scripting and TYBSCIT, then it will show this is the username and this will be the group, like group to which I belongs. So if you want to see the group details of any user, this command you can use. Okay. So there is a message in the comment section. Please type command for information of current login users. It's WHO. Who will give you the information of the currently login users to your machine? I hope that answers your question. Okay. Um, then I have more commands, head, tail, and more. And before that, I will introduce one more command, vim. So vim command is the editor command which is used in Linux to create files. So I'll show you how to create files using this command. So creating, I'll name this file as creating file by vim. To write any content in vim, there are two modes, escape and insert mode. So to write any content, you need to press I. See here, you are into insert mode now. In the bottom, you can see in the left bottom. So I can type my content. Hello, hi, hello. Hi, hello. Welcome to V2B classes. This file is being made by Mkdr, right? So this is the second way we are like seeing today to make a file. First one was the cat. So to stop writing means if you have stopped like finished writing your content, you can press escape and then colon and then W, then exclamation. It will like write W for write. It will tell the Linux to Vim editor to write my contents and save it, right? And exclamation to come out. So I am no, for coming out I will need to do Q, an exclamation, right? Q means quit. So I've already written my content. See, it's visible. I'll show you by cat. So cat command. See, it's done. So that was about Vim. Before moving ahead, there is one question from Shivsagar Prajapati. Sir, why we use top-w and topaz? So I will answer this. So I told you about top command. Top command works in Linux, right? So it works. I'll try topaz. See, topaz does not work here. Top-w does not work here. The topaz command and top-w are the variant of top command for AX machine. So there may be chances. There are chances, and chances are highly that the same command which you are using in Linux will not work in Linux-like operating system. What do you mean by like operating system? Means we have multiple operating systems like Sun Solaris and AIX and Kali Linux. So some commands, all operating system are somewhat same, but the command sometimes differ in some fashion. So in AX machine, which is powered by IBM, so if you want to see the top, means the same output as top as we are seeing in Linux, then you can use topaz or top hyphen w. So that's it. Nothing much to it. Or you can say HP Unix. Uh, in HP Unix, this both command will work, but in AX top will not work. So there are chances. So you can just remember three command: topaz, top hyphen w, top. That's it. It depends on the OS you use. And how to check the OS, I already told you. Name, what I will do now, I'm just multiplying these lines. See, these are like how many lines? 69 lines in this files. So if you want to read only the start section of this file, then you can use head and the file name. You see, and it will show you only 10 lines, top 10 lines. If you want to see top 20 lines, then head hyphen 20. In similar fashion, tail commands work. Tail, it will show you the ending 10 lines of this file. If you want to see ending 20 lines, by default it's 10. If you want to change it, then you can change by providing an argument by followed by hyphen and then number of lines you want to see. Okay. So this was about um, head, tail, vim, and last one is more. So if you catch that file here, if you see in my current screen, the content is already filled up and some content already at the top, which I cannot see, right? So I don't want this to happen. I want to see content at my screen, and once that is done, I will press enter, and then I want to see the next content. Then for that case, you can pipe, or you can use the more operator, more command. See, you see here, I see this content, and it shows more of the 50% of this file is remaining. So once I finish reading this content, you can do enter. See, the percentage is increasing. Keep on pressing enter, and once the content is done, you are out of that more command. So there is one more question from Shiv Sagar, like there are sometimes LSRT works and LS-LRT not working. So to answer that, I need to explain you one more command, alias. See, I told you to clear a screen there is a command clear, right? It works, but it works as C as well. If I press C, it works. But in Linux there is no command as C. So how it works in my session or in my terminal? It is possible because I have assigned some shortcuts, right? You can assign some shortcut like this. I'll show you. If you want to see what shortcuts I have assigned in my current session, type alias. See, the first shortcut, C stands for clear, means as soon as I press C, clear command will be getting invoked. So for instance, if I type ls-lrt, this is the output. But I don't want to type this ls-lrt. I want to make a shortcut of this. So what I will do, alias, and the shortcut can be anything, like say L equal to ls-lrt. That's it. See, when I do L, then it will invoke that command. So you can create any type of alias. So if I do alias lsrt, so if I do lsrt, this will be the output. So the question here is, sir, how to find out like is it an alias or it is an actual command, or it is in script or it is in shortcut? So to answer this question, there is one command in Linux which, so if you want to find out this C is a command or shortcut, type which. See, it gives me the details. C is an alias, right? If I want to check ls is a command or shortcut, it gives me it is an alias to this command L, right? And if I want to check lsrt, so in this way you can differentiate the command which you are using, is it actual command or a alias or a script or command or anything, right? So this stand out to be a useful command. So I hope this answers your question, Shiv Sagar. Difference between uh, like say alias commands and scripts. That's it. So that is the reason you must have noticed that whenever I type C, screen goes right, because it's an alias. Let me drink some water. Okay, so it was a short break without informing you guys. Sorry on this live session. So the next command is, I think we already covered this command. Let me search man. No, we didn't. So let me cover this. So there is a command in Linux man Mkdr. If I do so, it will give the manual page for this command and it will show you the arguments, it all details, right? So it's very useful. If you don't know anything about this, to come out of man, you just press Q. Okay, so if you want to check man about ls, see, it will give you the total number of arguments you can use with this command, right? So you don't need to Google how this can be used, right? So it's an lovable command for the beginners. Man, to get more info about commands and their usage. And the most important thing which I like about this man is like it gives you the arguments you can use with the command. Like ls is a command. The arguments are L, R, T, and there are multiple arguments like I, A, which you even don't know you can use, right? So you can find out and explore the possibilities you can do, and you can go with those commands, right? Okay. Any issues with my screen? I full screened it. Type in the chat box if you see any issues. If any issues, type yes. If any no issues, then type no. Good. Thank you for your confirmation. Oh yes, font size should be more. I'll increase that. Is it good now? If the font is good, type yes. If you want to change something, type no. Hmm. It is like 1 hour and you are saying now. Is it not an issue? Thank God someone pointed out. Mistake from our side. Anyway, we'll continue. So the next command is the password command. So in Linux, see, if you want to change password of yourself, then you can type pass wd. It will tell you, right. I'm changing my password. It will ask me my current password, and if I type my current password, it will ask me new password. And if I type new password, then it is telling me it is way too short, right? There are some things which you need to do, but if you type your new password, it will tell you to confirm password, and if you confirm, then your password will be changed. Right now I don't want to change my password, so I just came out of that window. So the first use of password, what is the first use? The basic use to change self password. The second use to change others password. What do you mean by others? I'll make it clear. Other users password. So this seems to be quite interesting, because if I can change other user password or not. So in my machine there is a user known as Tom. So if I want to change password for Tom, will it allow me? No, it will not, because I'm not admin. See, only root can specify a username. Means only root can change a password for Tom. So if you want to change a password for any user, you must have an admin access, or you must have an root access. So for this machine, I have root access. For this session purpose, I'll take a new session for you guys. Oh, I need to increase the size. Okay. Then I log into root. If you want to log in into root, then type SU. SU stands for switch user, and then root, and then password. I'll not tell you the password of my machine. That's okay. See, I'm into root. How will you confirm your root or not? Not by seeing here. It may be a trick. You can type it anything here. It comes up from a variable. So to cross check, you can just use a command which I already taught you. Who am I? I am root. So try changing password of Tom now. See, changing password for Tom. I'll keep it Tom. Okay, retype. I'll keep it Tom again. See, password change for Tom. Now, if you want to try switching user for Tom by bin bash, you can do, but it will ask me password because I am not root. So I'll type Tom. See, I am now Tom. That's okay. If you want to come out of this Tom session and come back to your bin bash session, then type exit. Then type clear. See, you're back. That's okay. So what commands you learned now? Password to change self and to change others password. Others password can be changed by only admin or root user. Then you learned about switch user. Switch user, and then What else? That's it. Okay. Who am I already thought you? ID is done. Okay. There is one more command known as history. If you want to check the commands you typed in your session, in this current session, in this current window, see, it will show total of like 269 commands I have typed. See, everything is here. If you want to see only 10 commands or like say 3 commands, you can provide an argument as well. I don't need to write an explanation because it's self-explanatory, the word history. This is the command ls cpu. uh, ls means list, cpu means listing cpu. So it will list the cpu details of my machine. See, this is the architecture, how many cpus, how many processors. CPU means processors, how many processors I have it for my machine. Say it's one. And all the details about my processor are here. Intel, Microsoft, caching size, and much more to it. Oh, so it's a 64-bit processor. You can write CPU or processor details of sorry about my bad throat. Hmm. Okay. LS CPU is done. Then MV CP PS kill ENV. I'll write it down so that it will save our time. That's okay. Continue with MV. MV has two purpose in Linux or Unix world. It is used to move a file, and the second use of this command is rename a file or folder. Right, I'll show you how. Okay, as you can see, this creating file by Vim. If you want to rename this file and remove the creating word from this file, we can do that. We can do this right away. MV, and then this is the source part. MV, and the source part means the currently name of the file. And I am into this directory. Let me show you. This file is in this directory, and I am into this directory, and I can see this file. So in that directory, you need to go, then type the command MV, and the file name, and again the file name. But the last means this is the source, current file name, and this should be the new file name you want, you wish to have. I wish to have without creating word in it, right? Let's see if it works. Yeah, it works, right? See the keyword uh, word creating has been removed from this file name, so it has been renamed successfully, right? Same way you can do for a folder. Like I'll remove. Wait a minute, I'm getting a call. I need to hold on this. 1 second. Hello. Okay, I'll do that. Thank you. Bye. Hmm. 1 minute. Apologies for the delay. I was just turning off my phone fan, ceiling fan, which was creating a lot of noise. Unavoidable disturbance. Let me see. Are we good? Are you? Can you see my screen? Are we good to start? Type yes or no. Mm. Shiv Sagar's detailing issues about maybe he working somewhere. Sir, I want to copy data from any file. Any file. First of all, your English is too bad. I must say that. Sir, I want to copy data from any file, but file size is too long. So I want to copy half upper data, then half lower data. How it will work by using head and tail command. First of all, head and tail will display the content and not copy the content. Or you can use redirection, but your question is improper. You can get offline in touch with me so I can help with your complex or incomplete question. Not an issue, but this is an session about command. If you have any issues with any command or the commands which I'm teaching, type right away. I'll help it right now. Thank you. I'll continue. So I'll do full screen here. So we saw the first use rename by this move command. I'll show you renaming a directory as well. We will rename this live session directory to, I will remove this ion part or live ses. Okay, just to show you how this works. See, it has been renamed. If you see, it was session and now it says. So the command for renaming and file and folder both are same. That's it. We'll see the first use of this command, moving, right? So let's try moving this our favorite file which I am operating on, file by Vim. I want to move this file inside this live session directory. So what I will do, this is the command, this is the file I need to move, and then at the end you need to provide the path where this file should you want to move. I want this file to move in slash home slash bin bash slash live sys, right? Let's see this file is not there because it has been moved inside this folder. Let's see by going inside that folder, cd live session. Oh, I made a typo. Yeah, see, I'm into this bin bash and live session folder, and here you can see my file is there. Okay, so we are good with this mv command. I'll so we'll okay. How and what's the use of the cp command? Cp command's use is to copy file and folder. Okay. Suppose I need to make a copy of this file by Vim. So first I will show you its contents, file by Vim. Sorry. Okay. Okay, I'll just show you some contents. Head 3 hyphen 3. Okay. Head hyphen 3. So I want to make a same file with the name copy, right? How will you do? cp file name inside the directory I'm right now. So I can ignore the absolute path. I will use the relative path because I'm inside the directory and this file is in the same directory. So that's it. You can avoid using absolute path. File by Vim, and the new file should be copy file. Copy of copy file. That's okay. If you do ls icon lrt, see both side file of same size. Try showing. See, it's the same file. So this is how copy file works, and I'll show you how you can copy folder as well. Suppose I want to copy this folder live session. Inside this folder there are two files. I want to copy this folder cp I will rename it as, means I will make a copy of this, copy of okay. It is saying we cannot copy because it's a directory. So why it is not allowing me to copy? Because it's a directory and it has some contents inside it. So if you want to make a copy or backup of a directory uh, with the cp command, you need to use hyphen r. Hyphen r stands for recursively. It will copy the directory as well as its content you want to copy. See, I have this folder. Try listing contents inside it. See, it has two files, same as this folder, right? So the second use is copy directory and files inside it recursively. What's the option we use for this? cp hyphen. I hope this helps. Am I going too fast or too slow? Type too fast if too fast, too slow if too slow, or if perfect, then type perfect. I need your inputs on my chat box. Okay, I can see your response. Thank you. Hmm. So let's move to the next command. We have a long list to cover. Next one is ps. If you type ps command, it will give you the process. It will give you the, oh, not pr, it's ps. Process details of current session, right? Only my current session, because as you can see below, I have three sessions, 1, 2 and 3. So this is giving me details of my process only from this session, right? So what if I need all the process details running on my machine? They may be from any session, right? I need all the details. If you're an admin, you need all the details, right? ps-ef you can use. See, there are like how many processes? Let me count. 168 process. Second use, to get all process details running on your machine. So I'll explain you how, like, what is the output you are getting, how to read it. See, when you type ps-ef pipehead, this is the output. So the first column is the user id. User id means the user from which the process is running, and the pid means every process has its own identity known as process id. It may be in Unix, Kali Linux, in every command line OS. It has, every process has PID, and PPID means it's parent process ID. Like every one of you have parents, right? Mom and dad. So in the same way, Linux has one parent, and they are linked to their parent with the help of this PPID. So they only remembers their parent with numbers. So if you take this process an example, its id is 4, means its process id is 4, and its parent means the process which spawn this process with pid 4 has a pid of 2, right? So in this way pid and ppid works. So this helps you trace down which process launched which process, and to trace down to the top process. There is a process tree about this, right? So this UID, owner, PID, the process ID of the process, the actual process. PPID means parent process ID. And the C is for priority, that we can cover later, because in Linux or in Unix kind of OS, every process is treated as same. So if you have some important process which you need to get some priority by Linux, you can do that. There is a finger command to do that. That's okay. This is start time, when this process started, and TTY means terminal. This is the time, how much, from how much time this process is running. Command, the actual command which is running. So TTY, if you press TTY, you will get terminal ID. See, my terminal ID is PTS0, and if I go to this screen, root TTY, this is terminal 2. So TTY stands for, it will give you terminal ID. What do you mean by terminal here? I have three terminals open. 1, 2, 3, right? So if you type TTY on any screen, any terminal, it will return you the terminal ID of that current terminal itself. Okay, any doubts you have in your mind regards to these commands I'm teaching or explaining you, or put in the chat box. Ready to help. So this was about TTY, and okay. No, Shivam Dubai is saying no. If you don't have any doubts, then I doubt I'm teaching you better, because there must be some doubts, because it's very new to you. Even I have some doubts which I cannot ask to you. Surely you can ask your doubt to me. No worries, we can continue. TTY done. Then kill command. Okay. Hmm. Okay. $. So before going to kill command, I'll okay, TTY again. TTY basically is a command which gives you information about a current terminal. See, I may have multiple terminals, right? So if I ran some script from a terminal, so how would I remember if I ran from this terminal 1, 2 or 3? So uh, the process itself can give you the information. If, let me show you, if the process says ps hyphen, if the process says, suppose this is your script, right? This is your process, you want to check. See, it says you it's from the pts 0. So I'll check which is this terminal. It is pts 0, so I'm sure this process is related to this terminal. So tty gives you the terminal id of a terminal. Nothing much to it. It's very simple command. I hope this helps. Okay, so the next command related is $. $. Gives you the shell id. See, we have 3 terminals, right? And now we are going into complex things. This is one terminal, its terminal id is pts 0, and this terminal can launch multiple shells. See, echo $. Means $. have the shell id of this shell, and if you display echo, it will display the current shell id of this shell. So echo $. will display the process or shell id of my current shell. It's 2487. And if I want to check the shell id of my root login, it will display it's 2856. So I would like to kill this session which I'm having root login, and this shell id is 2856. Let's try doing it. Kill -9. I will not be able to kill it because it's a process owned by root, and I am bin bash, and bin bash cannot kill a process of root. But vice versa, it's possible. But let's try it. It will not bite us. See, operation not permitted. So, what I can do? I can become root to do this. Yes, I can. Now I can try. What was that? 2856. Sorry, I made a typo here. You see, this process has been killed. If I press enter, the process is gone. See, it's not working properly. If I type, I cannot type anything because it's killed already. So I can close it, and I'll show you one more example. So this is my new terminal. Its terminal ID is 3, and if I check the terminal shell ID, it's 3017. Let's try killing that. 3017. You can see it's gone. It's not there. So in this way you can kill any process. In Linux world everything is a process and everything is a file. So just remember that. Any issues, any doubt, please comment on the chat box. Till then I'll write what I taught you. Hmm. What is the kill command used for? Can you tell me in the chat box? What is kill command used for? Kill process. It's simple. Hmm. Very good, Ketki. I can see your response. I think only you're the one who knows the answer for this simple command. That's okay. So move ahead. Moving ahead, there's a next command which is very useful. See, before moving to this command, I want to let you know, like in I'm into logged in as root. I need to come out. So to come out of a particular session, you need to type exit. See, I'm logged out, and I am root now. Who am I? So that's okay. So there are in every programming language we have variables. Variables means to store data, right? So I'll not go into that deep. So in Linux as well, in Unix or Linux or HP Unix, AIX, Solaris, Ubuntu, Kali Linux. So you are getting a shell where you type commands and you get output. So in that particular shell, right now I'm in a shell. You can see the white screen, right? It has a shell ID. What's the shell ID? It's uh, it's 2487, and this particular shell has some variables in it, which I can use it. Right? So if you want to see all the variables which are currently available to me in this particular shell, those are known as environment variables. So I want to see what are those environment variables. So you can check all those by env command. Env. See, there are. Let me get the count of those for you. 38. I am having 38 variables. Let me define one more. Hero equal to v to v. See, the count increased to 39 because I added one. See, so these are variables, like this is the variable name and this is its value, and my home directory home value is home bin bash, and there are a lot of variables you can figure out. And there is a variable known as pwd, which is home bin bash, and it is dynamic. It changes whenever you change a path. You won't believe, so I'll show you practically. So I'm into, see, old pwd pwd. I'll change a path, cd slash, let's try. See, and if I go to slash temp, so in this way this variable works, and the Linux keeps on updating these variables um, depending on the logic how they are defined. So that's another part, how they are defined, where they are defined, how to get that. So we'll not go into that deep, but you need to understand there are environment variables, and how you can look into that is by env command. Is it clear? Type in the chat box yes or no. Fast, fast, fast. to get all environment variables displayed in terminal. That's okay, displayed itself is enough. What do you mean by host name? Like you all, our students are having some name like Shivsagar, Ketki, Bhunesh, and whatnot, Viraj. So like we humans have names to it. Linux machines are having IP address, and as a part of name they have host names to assign to them. So if I need to check what's the name of my machine, I can type host name. This is the command which will give you the host name assigned to your machine. See, my machine host name is localhost dot local domain. So that's it, and you can change it, that's another part. But for now, what this how to check your host name? If someone asks you, you should be able to answer by the hostname command. To view hostname of your, okay, there is one more use to this command. Let's say I want to change my hostname to B2B, but it can be done only as a root login. So I'll take one more login as uh, I'm into root. What hostname we want? Hostname B2B. I made a typo. Now if I type hostname, I will get V2V. But if I type hostname, I'll get V2V because I changed the hostname to V2V temporary. That's okay. Ping will not work because DNS is not configured and it's okay. 1 minute. My phone has been switched off. I need to charge it. So give me a break of like 10 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Oh. I'm back. Where were we? I think we were to hostname. Yeah. So hostname command has two usage. First to view the hostname of your machine, and the second one is what's the second use? Type on the chat box, which is very important as an admin. To change hostname of your your. But one thing here very important is to remember this change is temporary. What do you mean by temporary? Means this host name which I changed previously my hostname was localhost.local domain, and I changed it to B2B. It will work, but it will become localhost.local domain again as soon as my machine reboots. So this change is temporary, right? So if you want to change your hostname permanently, there are some files which you need to change and update and then restart your service, then that will work. But that's a long story and another part. So we are not going into that deep. So did you get about hostname? Please type yes or no. Okay, very good. And this was about the host name and RMDR. So this is for the notorious students who want to remove everything or something from their college or from their lab. The if you like currently I'm into my home directory and I'm listing my contents. So if you want to delete a directory, if you want to delete a directory in Linux, Unix, or some command line operating system like Linux, then you can use this rmdir command and then give the directory name live sesh, right? And it should delete your directory right away, but it will not. See, it will not, because this rmdir command is to delete directory which are empty. I'll show you. I'll make one empty directory, test dir. See, you can see test dir. It's empty. It's empty. And if you want to remove it, rmdir test dir, it's deleted, right? So what's the use of rmdir command? To emp empty directory. So the next question: how do you delete a directory which is having files inside it? Very good one. So I'll show you that to actually delete a directory which are having files or inside a folder have multiple contents inside it, you need to use rm command. Rm, then if I suppose, because already we created a backup this folder of this original folder, so we can delete it right away. So I am deleting it, but this command will not work because it is saying it is a directory, because rm command is actually used, rm command is used to delete files, right? I'll show you first that. Do we have any? Let's go inside this live session, and I guess I created this copy file. I can delete this copy file, rm, then copy file. See, to delete a copy file or any file you want, you just type rm and then copy file. It will delete, right? So that's okay. So the question remains as it is: how to delete a directory which is not empty and having some contents inside it. Rm. So this is not working. So how it will work? Rm with some arguments. Rm hyphen r. R stands for recursively, and yeah, it will work. And if you want to add one more argument, which is recommended, is f, means forcefully. It will not ask like, are you sure you want to delete this file, are you sure you want to delete this file. So assume if this directory is having 100 files and 100 folders, and those folders are having again 100 folders inside them and so on, then it will be a quite like time consuming task to type yes, 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 I want to delete, yes, I want to delete. Then in that case it's very good to provide an argument beforehand. F means this will not ask you anything and it will delete right away if you have permission to it, if you are authorized to it. rm hyphen rf, and then the folder name. R stands for recursive, F stands for forceful, but it's gone. See, the copy folder is not present right now because we have deleted. If you understand this, please type delete successful on the chat box. Thank you. I see no message. Fconfig. Okay. And the next command we are about to see is ifconfig. But before telling that command, actually I'll tell you why and how it can be useful. So suppose if you want to know the IP address of your machine, then if config is very useful. It is a network related command. If config, see, so my IP address, you can see this is my IP address because ETH0 is my network. I'll show you. See, system is connected to this is my network name, and this is ETH0, and this is loopback. Loopback you can ignore for now. Concentrate on this part. This is the INET address, right? This is my IP address. So how to view an IP address of your Linux machine? If anyone asks you, you can write a tell IP if config. And to get the IP address in Windows machine, it's IP config. So don't get confused. In Linux, it's if config, and in Windows, it's IP config. That's it. And one more thing, suppose if you change any host name or some network changes you make, so there is an recommended thing to restart your network services. There are many services in Linux. So if you do any changes or any config changes to any service like network service, cron service, NFS service, Samba service, if you do any config changes, it is recommended. It is you need to do actually for the changes you did to take place. You need to restart those services. So how will you restart? Suppose you did an host name change or IP change, and now you're done with your changes and you need to restart services. So there are multiple means two options. You can do it by GUI, but we are into this command session, so I will tell you how to restart any service in Linux by command line. So type service network and let's say status. First I will check the status, then I'll try to restart it. It is not working because I am not root. Let's try it from root window. This is root session. This is the service name. See, it restarted the service. In this way, if you have the service name handy, you can restart. Like I have one service name cron d. It started, stopped. If you don't know what to do, then these are the options: start, stop, status, restart, right? Reload. So this service command is actually useful. Start, stop, restart any service in Linux. Any issues till now? Any questions? Tell me in the chat box. Let me check the commands. What's your message? If config. Mm-hmm. There's a doubt from Sandesh why I am not on current page while typing command. I don't get this issue. So there's a doubt from Ketki telling like if config command can be used in Ubuntu. So the answer is no. As I told you, there are multiple commands which you will get in Linux, but they will not in HP, Unix, or Ubuntu or something. So there are substitute for those commands for those particular OS. So for Ubuntu, if you want to see IP address, there is a command IP space address space show. It will display the IP address and IP link show. So you can just Google it, and if you still have any issues, you can ask us, contact us, and we'll help you on that for sure. But remember one thing: the commands which are working in Linux, that's not 100% sure will work in other OS as well. So what I see from my personal experience, there are much commands which are available in Linux compared to other OS. So that is the reason Linux, Red Hat Linux especially is preferred. So I hope this answers your questions, Ketki. Sandesh, which operating system are you using? Tell me please, so I can answer. Service command is done. Okay. So there is one more command. Yes, I don't know what it's used, but it basically it's funny, and it's the time consuming command. If you type yes and hello v2b classes, so this terminal will get busy and you will see this message multiple times. See, I'll do this. See, it's continuously displaying this message. And if you want to come out of the session, Control plus C, interrupt it. There is one more command, last. It will give you the last, means login details of the user. It is somewhat similar to who hyphen w. Who hyphen w gives you the terminal, means user currently logged in to your session, right? But the last command gives you detailed information about the users and these shells which has been launched by those particular terminals. So those are somewhat similar commands, last and who hyphen w. Okay, okay. Still a long list to go. Okay, I'll tell my current terminal ID. It's 2487. So there is a command name as bstree. It will show you how this process was created and by whom, and who is the parent for this process and the parent for his parent, and so on recursively till the top of that tree. 24. See, it is showing me it is not having any tree because this is the terminal, right? So what I'll do, I'll just create a simple script. So to give you a practical example, I'll display message hello, welcome to B2B class. Okay, and then post that message. I'll do sleep. Sleep means this will sleep for 90 seconds, which will give us time. And I'll change the permission of this file. So sorry, I can execute it. Okay, I'll come here and I'll say test. This is my script running and its process ID is 35692. I'll do ps 3356, not 93562. You can see it gives me the process tree. Or if you see 2487, I'll try. See, 2487 is the shell, process ID for my shell, and from that shell there is one process launched test.sh, and from that there is one more process launched sleep. So this gives you, you need to enter the process ID, and then Linux will give you the detail from that particular process and so on, like how many child that particular process has spawned, and then recursively details for that. Um, I hope this helps. Thank you. This is about the PS3. Like how many sub it. Okay. So this was about PS3. And here comes the most attractive part, sudo. So uh, in Linux there is a provision uh, to like there is a root user in Linux, right? Root user is known as super user in Linux, means it has all the access and powers to do anything. So if you become an admin to any company, so they don't give you root user right away because root user will have all the access, right? So if they start giving root access to admins, and admin can ruin things, right? So what they do, they only give particular superpowers, super access to admins, right? Not all the superpowers, because if they give the root access to you, means root password to you, means you are the super power and super access to all the things to Linux or Unix servers. But the companies don't do that. They use the feature sudo, means with the help of sudo I can control what super access and what superpowers I should give to a particular user. Suppose bin bash is an admin, so I want to give only some commands access to bin bash, like to create user and delete user and change password. So these three commands I need to give to this bin bash, so he bin bash can uh, execute those commands as root for the time being, and not and nothing else. So in that case, sudoers, there is a file. You can see sudoers, not say because I'll show from here. There is a file for sudoers where you can mention about like I'll mention the, see here, root, all means root has all the access. Below this I'll make one entry bin bash and I'll mention the command which I want to give to him. So post that entry, bin bash can change the password. So this is how sudoers works. And once that entry is made, so bin bash will, what bin bash will do, suppose bin bash want to change the password for Tom, so he will use sudo password and Tom. Currently this will not happen because I have not added. So just for demo purpose, if I bin bash was added to the sudoers, then I should have done this, but currently I cannot. So sudo is an feature in Linux to make temporary admins, and even you can control what level of powers and what level of access that admin will have and for how many days. Suppose you want to make winbash super user for a particular time, then you can make an entry, and the day you decide I don't want to keep winbash super user anymore, then you can just go and then remove winbash entry from the etc sudoers file. That's it. Tell me in the chat box if you have any doubts to make. Okay, so touch unique. P. So I will make a file names.txt. Suppose I have made this file. Suppose not, I have actually made it. So you can see that this content. But if I want to see these contents in sorted order, then you can do sort. Sort. See, now the contents are in sorted order. A for Akshasar, that is the reason A comes first, then K, 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 R, S, and then the last is V to V. Right? That's okay. Let's make some double entries. I have made double entries for Rajan sir, and then Shusagar, and then Ketki. Okay. So when I do cat and then names, then I see this, and then I can do pipe and then sort. Then I get the sorted format. That's okay. But if I want to get only unique entries, then sort and then hyphen u you can use. Right? See, you have only one entry at one time. Duplicate entries are removed. Right? Uh, you can use pipe sort, means it will sort, right, like this. Along with this, you can use, instead of hyphen u, you can use unique command. It will do the same as sort hyphen u. That's okay. So sort and unique are clear to you, but thing one thing I need to tell you, like if you want to know like how many times those duplicate entries were there, like I want to see Ketki was how many times, Akshasar was how many times in this particular file, Shivsagar was how many times. Then what you can do, you can just do sort, then you can get the duplicate entries at one after another by this command, and then you can type pipe unique hyphen c. It will give you the count of the duplicate entries. See, Akshay sir one time, Ketki five times, Rajan sir two times, Shivsagar three times. That's okay. But again, I want this number in the sorted format. Then again pipe, then sort. See, 1 2 3 5. That's okay. So this sort unique and then sort this work. I hope this helps. And are you guys clear with the sort and unique? Type in the chat box yes or no. Okay. Exit. I already told you to exit from a particular session or a login. You can type exit. Suppose I am logged in as root. I don't want to continue as root. I can do exit. See, I am logged out. That's it. Uh, I told you about the VC command. Echo 20 plus 95 PC. Along with this BC, you can also use EXPR in Linux. EXPR 20 plus 90. EXPR stands for expression. See, it works the same. So it's up to you which you want to use. Mm-hmm. Right. So this was about EXPR. EXPR is for arithmetic operations. Okay. Suppose I there is a variable name as val. Inside this val, I need this host name value. What is the host name value? It's some changed. I need to make it G2B. See, it's V2B now. So what I need this commands output, which is V2B inside a variable. So if I do val equal to host name, what it will do, if you want to display the variable content, then dollar and the variable name. See, it stores this string as an inside it. I want this is a command, and after this command's execution, what is the value which I am getting shall be stored in this val. So how this is possible? This is possible with the help of command substitution. Command substitution, you have two ways, tic tac and round brackets. I'll show you how. So val equal to dollar round bracket open, and then command of yours which you think should be executed and will return some output, and that output will go into this variable. Now echo, see the val is having v2v. This is the first way. I will take another value ho, and the next thing is tic tac, tick and tac. This is the key which is below escape key in your keyboard, and this is also used as command substitution. See, ho if you want to see how this works, you can directly echo, right? Right? Any doubts in this command substitution? Shiv Sagar has a doubt, why use BC after? Because see, if you type 20 plus 30, what it will give? It will give 20 plus 30 because it's a string and it displays string. What do you want to display? Do you want to display 20 plus 30 or do you want an actual result of this thing which you typed? If you want the result, then pass on this thing to a command which is calculator and it will give you the output, right? That is the reason. And if you don't want to do this, type BC, go inside the calculator and then type 20 plus 30. It will give you the output and then come out. So it's up to you which way you want to work. I hope this answers Yushada's questions. Thank you. Good. Shivam Dubey already answered his doubt. So, Tic Tac, are you good with command substitution? Say yes or no, please. Okay, very good. So, there is an interview question like how will you create a file in Linux? So there are two ways, cat and vim. There is one more command with the help of which you can create files in Linux or Unix, that is touch. With the help of touch command you can create blank files. I'll show you. See, touch test1.txt. You see, currently the timestamp of the file is May 22 3:45. I see date. Let I'm waiting for the time to 3:46. So if you do this command touch and the file name, it will create the blank file. But what if the file is already created? If the file is already created, it will update its timestamp. I'll show you how. But before that, it's see, now the time is 3:46 and the timestamp for this file is 3:45. Okay, see, it's 3:46 now. Previously it was 3:45. So touch command has to use, what are those? With the help of touch command, you cannot create directory, but you can update the timestamp of an existing directory. That's it. And the date command is used to display current date and time. I already showed you. See. And WC. So there is a command, this file, which I am writing right now. I'll show you its content. Right. This is the command which I had taught in this session. So if you want to see how many lines this files is currently having, then use WC, means word count hyphen lines. You want to see lines. So it is having like 132 lines. If you don't give hyphen L as an argument, it will give you three things: lines, word and characters. It is having 132 lines, 460 words and 2450 characters in it. So it can be used to calculate lines, characters. Lines hyphen L, words hyphen W, characters hyphen C. Let me show you. Hyphen W. Any doubts till now? Okay, we'll move ahead towards the next command, and let's see what is that. By the end of the session, just uh, ma'am, if you are in the session, can you type the support online number in the chat section? Or you guys must have joined this WhatsApp group, right? So in that group itself, we will be providing this content which I'm writing right now, and there is one word file which I made about these commands. We will be sharing that as well. And if you have any doubts post this live session, you can comment there or get back to me. So that's it. Just join that group if you're not, or you can contact our admins, and we will be posting an online support number of our class in the chat section. Thank you. What's the next command? RPM. RPM stands for Red Hat Packet Manager. So if you directly type RPM, it will give you the total options it have, and that's a very long list. So RPM can be used to install a Red Hat package, like hyphen I is for install, U is for erase, and V is to verbosely display what is being installed. So there are some RPM files. If you want to install with the help of this command, you can install it, right? So packages. Okay, what is this nproc? I'll show you. Nproc means it gives you the details of the number of processor assigned to this machine. Currently it's only one. Okay. SCP, um, it's similar to what we saw in copy. SCP stands for secure copy, and with the help of secure copy, you can copy files within different host, right? So you need to provide the host name and the proper path, and it was similar to copy, but you need to have SCP configured between the, and you need to have connectivity between both the hosts which are trying to copy files back and forth. Let's see what's next I have for you guys. Bhuvanesh, which part you want? Please mention so I can help you. And the admin commands now. User add. So Suppose for the admin commands I am having a root login. Suppose you want to add a user add